These are all new and new terms that were not in use before. So when a person starts to walk in creativity, he starts to operate in the class of God, because God is the creator. Now, if you care to read this book, I hope you are all buying Rick Joyner's books. Try to have them. It's very anointed for us. In one of the books, he met with, I forget who exactly, but he was explaining to him about creation. And he said that there are people who have worked in inventing things. And many of them were close to God, but didn't know God. But they tapped into that part of God, because we are created in the image of God. So we have creativity in us. So when you take that out of a person, you actually lower the person. So you see that human beings who are not creative or inventive usually have a lower something about them. I don't want to say they are in a lower class, but they seem to be lower. It's lower something. Those who create will tell us that we can't come to their countries. Stay away. You can't come to America. They made a lot of things, eh? Stay in your school. Stay away. We've made a lot of things here, you know. Huh? We make trains. We make cars. We make aeroplanes. Largest airline in the world is Delta Airlines. They use aeroplanes like buses. They make rockets, phones, televisions. In Ghana, if somebody has welded something, you can see that it was welded here. Look at the chair you are sitting on. Was it welded in Ghana? You can see that it was not welded by us. So wherever you take away creativity and people don't create, so when you start walking in new things and creation, you start to move nearer God, and creativity is God. So faith loves creativity. Yeah, it takes faith. It takes faith to start something new that has not been done. So I'm going to start a new Bible school called Anakazo. Yeah. And it took faith for me to write in steel that this institution is not accredited, and we do not want to be accredited by any secular organization. And cursed be the one who ever attempts to accredit us to any of these secular organizations. It takes faith, eh? Because I've not seen it. I've not seen anybody doing that. We do not want to. Actually, I've seen somebody do that before in America. Christ for the Nations, where he hosts a Bible school. He said, we don't want to be accredited. They are not accredited. They don't want it. They write on our website, we have chosen not to be accredited. Because many of the accredited places are, you can teach the word of God in such a way that people don't believe. How is that? How can you teach the word of God and people will not believe? No, you can. For instance, if I teach you about David and 1st and 2nd Samuel, and I teach you that, 1st and 2nd Samuel was written by people from the tribe of Judea. That's why they wrote about David in a positive light, and they wrote about Saul in a negative light. But Saul also did these good things and so on, and David, and they start to analyze it. Moses was a dictator, and he was this, and you start to see these personalities in a way of where other people see them. You still so that you don't believe when you read David singing psalms and so on. You start to say, this man, he killed this person, he did this, and so on. And he was politically, it was all politics he was doing. Hey. Before you realize you don't believe a lot of things anymore. So it's not knowledge, it's faith. It takes faith to build a church that never existed before and say it will exist, then you are walking with God. I tell you, you are walking in faith. Yes. And in all of your businesses, all the business you do, the schools, many people lack creativity. Sometimes I've sent people on missions because they lack creativity. Like when it's a new thing, they start to speak gibberish. But if people had faith, many people would have gone and done well and prospered. More than they would have prospered even here. But they didn't have faith, and they couldn't walk in the creation of a new that did not exist before. Yeah. 2 ideas. Most of the government closed to certain ideas. If you suggest certain things, they may humor you by just listening to you, but they will never do it. But you can see how helplessly incapable. Yeah. The roads are the same. The water is the same. Education. That one seems to be on a helicopter. That's landing on the earth. And maybe to dig a tunnel and go down. Never in the history of Ghana have we had a situation. One of my young nieces has gone to school for first time. Is coming home next week till next year, February. Yeah. Creativity is different from distraction. Destroying things is not the same as creating things. Yes. Shh. Making everybody in Ghana wear Saito uniform is not creativity. It is destroying, it's bringing everybody down to a level. Trying to make everybody the same. It's not the same as creativity. That's not creativity. Making every school in Ghana the same is not the same as creativity. Cannot be. So, faith loves creativity. And you see, a person who has the boldness to create, to invent, to step forward, to step out, is a man of creativity and a man of faith. And God is with that person. Yes. Creativity does not mean destroying somebody's church to start your own church. Taking away some of the choristers to go and start your church. That's not creativity. That's stealing. I have never opposed anybody who steps out of our church to start a church, or the person wants to go and have his own ministry. I've never opposed a person unless or until the person will tamper with our church. Because creating your own ministry is different from destroying ours to start yours. That's a different thing. So I've never opposed them, because I have sons and daughters in the ministry who are not members of Lighthouse or UD. There are so many. I meet them. Recently, I met some in Malawi. And I told them, they make me feel like I'm a sailor. You know, some sailors have children in every harbor they go to. Children that they don't know, when they say, hi, you are also my son. Who is your mother? No, I have many outside. But all that we say is, don't touch not. You see all my singers who came to sing on stage today? Yes. I'm always trying to let stars come out. You can see they are stars. You can feel it. Yes. So if you come and take one of them, you think I will sit down and pray nice prayers? I will not pray nice prayers about you. You say me, I'm now going to find what I'll start studying cases to see how to apply cases in your case. Yeah. Are you there or you are leaving? Yeah. Tell somebody, I'm moving in creativity. Yeah. You see the songs I said, that's what we will sing in